Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's Tarot Time with Cindy. And you guessed it, there is a channeled message with this collective message. Now, it is general, so it may not resonate with everyone. And this message may lean heavily in that direction. But I thought it was really interesting as this came out. And definitely, I'm not one to judge. I'm just one to deliver. So we are going to start with the channeled message. I do want to say, though, this is one of the first times where I've encountered a channeled message that does seem to contradict a little bit what I'm seeing on the table with the cards. And I kind of think that maybe that's because the channeled message may represent someone's, well, it does actually heavily, I think, represent someone's thoughts. And it's the thoughts of the person that I'm seeing in the reading here. And the cards may be, well, I often do believe that the cards do show me the actual facts of what something is. So I want to say that there's something to be explored in what the channeled message brings and then what we discover together in the cards. So let's get started with the channeled message. This is the story of a feminine figure who has a lot at her disposal. This could be physical resources. It could be some form of wealth or even status. Could also be a form of luck and opportunity that naturally come to this person. This feminine is not readily seen as someone capable of deep and bonding love. Now, again, there's something about this channeled message that feels like it comes forward almost as somebody's feelings about their own life, okay? And then the cards kind of show us what it truly actually is. Perhaps it is because of her resources that create the stereotype that those who have much at their disposal must be fake and superficial. This feminine has found her heart to be imprisoned by a masculine who may only wish to use her as his muse. The feminine in this story feels that she has been perhaps the victim of a love spell, or maybe it is in the least just an unfortunate situation of unrequited love. The masculine that she has fallen in love with has physically left her, but still haunts her dreams and keeps her stuck on him. She knows that he doesn't actually love her, but perhaps finds her energy temporarily satisfying. Or maybe this is just her fate and karma repaid to her from past lives. Okay, so one of the things that I think might be going on in this general message is that I feel like the channeled message may represent whoever I'm reading, whoever this is, I feel like the channeled message may represent how they're seeing things. And then the cards may represent possibly how other people see things. So no, it's very curious. Okay, so this is who this person really is. Like this is the fact, this is who they are. It's coming out as a privileged lady, but right, we're also getting the love card from the two-leaf oracle deck. So I'm using the Kippa and the two-leaf oracle deck here. I really tried to mix it up a little bit differently, see what kind of message I could pull in for someone here. So I'm pulling in something for somebody. So you can see that this person is being shown like this is who they are. This is not a persona. And it's not even necessarily how people may view them, but it is who they are. So this person has some level of privilege here. It could be in love, but it's kind of funny because when I channeled the message, I thought this is so different from, how I'm seeing the cards. But let's just see how it unfolds. This person could even be someone who is very privileged in a certain situation regarding love. But I don't know. The channeled message didn't seem to indicate it. Now, how do people perceive this person? It's very interesting. Check this out. We have false person and then tent with a temporary situation. This is interesting because everybody in this image to me is like fake. Well, she's got, the fan. She might even be hiding her words. There might be things that she's not saying clearly here. But then the guy in the background, he's got a mask on. So I feel like there's a situation here where everybody who has any perception about this is covering something up. So I don't know. But that also is possibly temporary. I don't know what I'm picking up on, because there's a nuance about this reading that almost feels like this is the rich and famous. And this is going to some sort of party where people are dressing up to not show who they really are. Right? Like, it could be a little bit exaggerated because of the cards that I'm using, but I've never really had a message like that with this deck. So, I don't know. You know what? I know that this reading is not necessarily going to resonate with a lot of people, but the funny thing is, often when I say that, there's like a shitload of people that are like, could totally see how, looking at different layers of this, how it is them. So, okay. The thing that people misunderstand about this individual, which is this privileged lady, and we have love with it, it's thoughts. Now, what's curious is it's a man here thinking, and this is the part here that supports kind of like the channeled message, almost someone who is like a muse. Like, this looks like someone who would be a muse, right? He's thinking about her. He's painting her. Is she in the room for the portrait? I don't know. I always find that interesting because the room to me feels vacant and empty, except for the creation process. So that makes me feel like, this is somebody's thoughts, their own internal thoughts, and how they paint the picture of this person. Which again, right, it's interesting. They all, the hair is slightly different, but it's very similar. It's all about this lady. Okay, it's all about this lady in this. And then the Vine card comes out. Seek out information that will help you. What is the thing that is misunderstood here? The thing that is misunderstood about this individual somehow seems to be another person. Like, it's not necessarily this lady or feminine energy that I'm picking up that is misunderstood. It's not them directly that's the misunderstanding in their life. It's actually somebody else. So that's curious, right? It could be how it could be now. Maybe this feminine is picking up, she's more aware of perhaps how someone is possibly using her. Because even based on the channeled message, there is a sense there like, this person is just using me as their muse, or this person is just playing with my heart, or I don't know, right? Like, it's very curious. And seek out information that will help you. The vine. I always hear like grapevine with that. So to me, that could be like gossip and talk. That's interesting. So let's imagine, shall we, that this individual was doing the portrait of this woman, right? And maybe she falls in love with this man. But this man does not fall in love with her. But he could be attracted to her resources. I don't know what it is. It's curious. It's a funny situation because it feels like this feminine individual would have resources and status at her disposal to some degree here. But it's almost like she's been taken advantage of. I don't know. Right? It is almost like she's been taken advantage of. And maybe that's in the realm of love. Like, it could be like a woman who has wealth. Maybe she's produced this wealth on her own. She's worked hard for it, or maybe she's inherited it. Maybe she's a widow and it's from her deceased husband or something, or she's at least in a comfortable position here. But I don't know, like, based on the channeled message and kind of a little bit with the cards, I feel like somebody is using her, but not for the right reasons, or at least that is her impression. Now, the image that is created, the image that people kind of have of her based on their perceptions, what they misunderstand, and who she really is, like kind of mixing that all together, is very curious. The first card that came out was child. And I thought, oh, that's curious. So do people think that she's just kind of like childlike? Maybe this is somebody who's just inherited this status, this wealth, but maybe she doesn't know how to look after it. Or maybe people think she's very naive. Or there could be she could herself have a child, and maybe a lot of people associate her with that. All right? But then the tea leaf card that comes out is chair-filled. Someone new is entering your life. This affects her image. Is this a child entering her life? Someone new is entering your life. So, okay. But see, that's the thing. It's like people perceive that someone is entering her life. Either a child is, maybe this woman is pregnant, and people are thinking, oh, so I don't know. I just heard scarlet letter. Whoa, it's interesting. Scarlet letter. Kind of funny too, right? Like she's wearing like a scarlet red in that image, and how people perceive her. Scarlet. Either a child is going to be entering her life, and people are perceiving this. Maybe she's in an adoption process. I don't know. I'm just so curious. Maybe she's about to adopt a child, or somebody is entering her life through her child, or I don't know. It's very curious. I'm looking forward to pulling the tarot out on this one. What's her, I wanted to ask like a deeper question in particular about this privileged lady. What is her soul's like real purpose in this lifetime? This was fascinating. Look at this. Imprisonment, but spiritual love. That's big. That just feels really, really big. It feels like someone who, this could even be someone who's not allowed, or interesting because part of the channeled message touched on this person, even perhaps reflecting on the situation that they find themselves in now, and maybe even feeling like maybe that situation, like if it doesn't make sense to them, maybe it's somehow connected to past life. Like, did I do something in a past life, and this is my destiny in this life? No, I'm telling you, I've not been reading like Harlequin romance. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm channeling something very interesting. So it's kind of like, is this my destiny? Is this my destiny, right? Like in the channeled message. And then because here it is, even if it does not have access to perhaps like love on some level here, it is connecting with it spiritually. When you can't connect with something in the physical, it is to connect with it physically. And that's because when I ask a question about like someone's spiritual purpose or agenda, this may not be something that is consciously known by the person, because it is like something coming in on, a hidden and subconscious level. There could be actually something in this person's karma that is about connecting spiritually through love, but not physically. That could be. So what this, if this person has thought about their situation, and maybe they're thinking, this is the only thing that makes sense. And they might even be tapping into their soul's actual agenda, like one of the agendas that's highlighted here. Now, there's a bit of advice here, what this person should do, or what their next kind of move in life should be about, which is very interesting. It's official person. And I pulled that out. I'm like, who is this? It's like, again, it is coming off like somebody who's got like something at their disposal. It's so, okay. I'm not 100% sure if I'm picking up on like, collective out there as individual regular people, or am I picking up on someone famous even? I don't know. I just ask and I see what comes out. And then look at the tea leaf card that comes out with it. Staff. Like, doesn't this look like someone who would be a member of the staff? Like a guard or something? I don't know. Is this like a princess, a queen? You will be taken care of in difficult times. This person should utilize some type of staff staff member, a member of their palace staff, I don't know, staff. And what that is, I don't know. Some sort of difficult time here. You should let the staff member, like let an official staff member help you. I don't know. So, you know what tarot deck I decided to go with on this was, I haven't used it in a hot minute, the Tarot de la Nuit. We all love the Tarot de la Nuit. The Tarot of the Night. But it does have a very kind of like romantic feel. There's something going on here. So let's see this a little deeper here. Now, okay, so this is the underline. Oh, okay, I guess there's two, because then these are both in the upright. It's camel and kangaroo, the tea leaf. Camel, persevere and you will overcome problems. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Interesting. That's that feels like some type of tricky problems in the past, right? And then the journey card is in the upright. So somebody's had some type of a difficult journey here. But she's privileged. Like, I don't know. I just wouldn't feel like, well, no, not to say, right? Like, that's just my perception. Someone who lives in limited resource compared to someone who has $1 billion. I know some of you are going to be like, don't say you live in limited resource, Cindy. I'm just being realistic. I don't have $1 billion. So maybe if you do, I'm just saying compare, because this feels like to me someone who has like a lot at their disposal. I don't know. But I guess, things can still be difficult for everybody. Everybody's got a journey here. Funny, like we have the journey card. All right, I'm going to start with one tarot card for each of these spots and see what we got going on here. They really are. Okay, oh my God, the Queen of Cups. Look at with love. Maybe I'm talking about a queen here somewhere. I don't know. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Love, privileged in love, full of love. Who they are, who they really truly are. Perhaps even someone that many people love. I don't know. The Queen of Love, privileged in love. I don't know. I do feel like maybe this person is privileged in love, but it's weird because the channeled message doesn't seem to indicate that. It's almost like they feel like they're living in requited love. They could be. Maybe this person has some type of status. It could be. So here's the curious thing. Like, it could be somebody even in your community. If there's like, every community has its kind of like its rich neighborhood, possibly. Or it could be you. There could be a lot of people around you that do love you. And you are very fortunate to have this, where a lot of people do not. But spiritual love, maybe this is like, it doesn't feel like it, the cards that have come out, but maybe it's more superficial or surface level love, where spiritual love is very, very deep here. This is something that's almost unexplainable, right? And being cut off from that. How most people will perceive this person is the Tower. Am I actually, okay, now I'm just taking a hot minute here. Am I actually reading a masculine energy? I don't know why that hit me. Like the Tower, almost like it did that. It's like, whoa, what is that? Is that because what people misunderstand about this person, the thoughts, who they really are. Is this a masculine who's loved? Oh, you didn't see that coming, did you? Whoa. That's why I love exploring this together, right? This is so interesting. I know. I was probably Jessica Fletcher in another life. Oh, she's still alive, I think. Because, yeah, now I'm wondering who they really are. This is somebody who's very much loved. But the channeled message was a feminine energy. Is this a back and forth? All right, anyways. People perceive them. Whatever's fake here, I do feel like that's about to fall away with the tower, like something really big. And it has to do with false impressions, false personas. Yeah, that's about people perceive, okay, so people perceive this person as either preparing to release some sort of false impression because it's just temporary with the tent. It's just a temporary situation, this false impression, and really like change things in a big way. Who they are. I feel like this is someone who is loved. And maybe this person is loved by someone who's got some type of resources. Aren't they lucky? I don't know. Love, Queen of Cups. There's a lot of love there. Okay, what they don't understand about this person. Why are they seeking out information about? Okay, what's the card? The Two of Wands. Oh my God. Did somebody do like some type of love spell here? Somebody's trying to seek out information about a dream or a wish. There is something weird about this. How does this affect their image? Child, chair filled. The moon. The fuck? The moon. Fear. Some sort of fear has been activated here. It's becoming very interesting. A moon child. I'm going to say, I don't know. I feel like there's something very, very almost otherworldly happening in this reading. And it's curious because when you first look at the cards that come out, the impression that you get is possibly something that's a little bit, maybe even superficial, or there's something other kind of worldly going on here. Particularly too with this imagery, and then pulling out that channeled message about, what was it? I'm trying to remember now. I don't know, is she the victim of a love spell, or in the very least an unfortunate victim of unrequited love? The masculine that she has fallen in love with has physically left her, but still haunts her dreams and keeps her stuck on him. She knows that he doesn't actually love her, but perhaps finds her energy temporarily satisfying. Or maybe this is just her fate and karma, repaid to her from past lives. Oh, it's so deep. Right, with the moon coming in with that. Okay, all right. The soul's hidden agenda here is imprisonment, spiritual love. Oh my God. Look at that. There's a heavy karmic requirement here that needs to be fulfilled. The soul is fulfilling something. It feels like a very difficult lesson. Like just Oh my gosh. You know, it's curious, right? Like, these are masculine hands behind the bars. And then this is the feminine laying on this cold floor, like keeping herself warm in this, in the cobwebs and darkness. Watching the clock. Spiritual love. My God, this is heavy. This is like, okay, there's something here. I feel like the masculine, why? Because in the channeled message, putting this together, okay, people? In the channeled message, I feel like we all just came out of a movie and we're like, there's two parts to this movie and we're trying to put it together. So in the channeled message, like, he has physically left her, but keeps her stuck on him, like returning in her dreams. But if he has physically left her, it's almost like something's happened. This is almost like the story, you know, if someone said, my love, I will go off and I will, I don't know, do whatever guys used to do and stuff. Like, go off and find new lands, or go off and fight a war, and then he doesn't come back. Like, that's the feeling here. And she's just stuck, like, on this love. And all she can do is watch the clock. And just feel it perhaps spiritually. But this is the soul's agenda. It's like to do it. No. Yeah. I always like to say, when there's something like heavy spiritually going on, and it's like hard, that's really, it's honestly, it's like, perhaps it's trying to elevate the human body and the ego within each human body, and elevate that so that the symbiotic relationship between spirit and body can eventually be more harmonious. Because there is definitely, like, the ego, the desire, the things that represent the physical struggle with the spiritual challenge. But we are not permanently the physical. Yes, it is the higher consciousness having greater control over the lower desires and needs. That's definitely here, particularly in the soul's private agenda or secret agenda or hidden agenda or whatever the hell it is. This person's next move should be something to do here with an official staff. Wow, the King of Pentacles. Well, why not? Fuck. Why wouldn't it be? The King. Yeah, get the King. The staff of the King. What the hell is this? The Ace of Pentacles. The Six of Wands. It is victory and accomplishment. No. A staff member. And it's the King. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Gosh, I don't know. This is almost like a king that goes off to war and leaves his queen. And all she can, maybe he's been caught by the, I don't know what I'm reading. Don't. I mean, it's fascinating though. I feel like it's being, and what's even crazier is it's like a tent. If you think about, like, you know, a few hundred years ago, that's what they would do. They would pitch tents, like, between battlegrounds and, like, when they needed to stop for the night if they were proceeding. What? I don't know what this is. There's a story here. Let's I want to clarify, like, the staff, official person of the King. An official person of the King maybe will help the privileged lady. With what? I don't know. What does she need done? Maybe she needs the grass cut. The ponies need to be exercised. I have no idea. Okay, what's this official person going to do? Justice. Wow. Well then. Justice in the Knight of Cups. It's bring the truth. Maybe the truth of the King's heart. How truly is this person? Well, let's just look. The Queen of Cups. The Seven of Wands. They really are. This person protects their heart, their love. Man, this is deep shit. It's like a Romeo and Juliet or some other storyline that I'm not familiar with. Love. Love. The Three of Wands. They really are. It's like waiting for love. What? The Four of Swords, right? And then that Three of Wands reminds me of this. It's just like watching the clock. Has the queen been captured and put into a dungeon? I don't know. The Four of Swords. The Four of Pentacles. Of course it would be. And the Strength card. Why not? It's just like held in place, being courageous. Everything I just talked about in terms of the struggle of the physical with the journey of the spiritual, of the soul. That's right there, 100%. Self-control, discipline, holding back. Allowing the hands of time to heal something. Why is this dude in prison? Oh my. Karma. Huh. How fucking crazy is that? I don't know. There is something going on here. I almost want to dip into what has happened to like in past lives with this situation. This is the Judgment card. There's something going on here where I feel like the masculine has been put into a spiritual imprisonment. There must be something being satisfied on both ends of this story here in terms of past karma. I want to say for some, there could be something here where someone has been unjustly imprisoned for something. But I do feel like there's something going on here about the past lives, something that unfolded between these two in past life. This is a pretty deep connection. Now, how is the Child in the Moon? Like a child is entering. The Page of Swords. It is. It's somebody younger. The impression, like a child is entering someone's life here. What are the thoughts that this man has? It's healing. It's healing from or healing a situation of betrayal or painful ending. Boy, this reading is a heavy one. The Eight of Swords and the King of Cups. There's her king, right? The Queen of Cups. Wow, that's interesting. Well, I'm not going to do what I plan to do with the extended because I'm really curious. I feel like that there's something. I'm going to look at both this masculine and feminine energy in the extended, and I'm going to look at the past life karma that exists between these two, because it's very like something's being corrected. I feel like in this lifetime, and it is hard, like really hard. I don't know, like maybe this was something where somebody, like two people fell in love, and maybe someone was supposed to go off to war and he was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to leave you. I don't know. It's almost like some type of responsibility was unfulfilled. I mean, I don't agree with war, but I don't know. So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, like the guy could have been a soldier and maybe he dipped out. I don't know. Or I have no idea. I'm going to go and see. I'm going to go and see. So that's what I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for coming by. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.